What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. It is Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast. I would tell you this show is going to be great, and the show is probably going to be very mediocre. I have been awake since 3:45 in the morning. I started my day in New York City. Hang on, still amateur hour over here. I gotta pause the live stream. Hang on. There we go. I started my day in New York City. Had to fly back, unfortunately, for a funeral. But I flew back from New York City this morning, super early. New York City is absolutely gorgeous at nighttime when there's no one out. It was awesome. No one around down there by the World Trade Center area. Absolutely gorgeous. Just wonderful. No one was out. Got an Uber ride to LaGuardia. Like 25 people on my flight. It was absolutely fantastic. I see Malcontent in there, Joker, Pixelpia, Canuck Gal, Michael Daniels, woo whoop. Welcome. Let's go ahead and bring in, finally back from vacation. It's been a long time. So let's go ahead and bring in Stats, because Stats, shockingly enough, didn't actually go on vacation. It was me this time. So let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and bring him in. Stats.
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 1% Studios. Finally. After like 17 weeks of not doing a show.
Just two.
Just two? Wow.
Just two.
Felt like forever.
I'll be honest, I didn't think we were going to do a show tonight. that 3:45 in the morning, I'm running on something.
How many Red Bulls have you had today? Is it less than 3?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I limit myself to 1 Red Bull a day. Now, you didn't ask Red Bull and coffee. That was not the question. That was not the question. Stats was not wrestling any bears this time. Stats is always on vacation.
I actually haven't been on...
What's up, Ace?
Have I been on vacation this year?
Yes.
When?
February. Your birthday?
I was here.
Were you?
You were at my party.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't you go back home?
I know I went home at some point. So, okay, I've been on 1 vacation so far this year.
So you said it. You said it, not me.
You've been on more trips this year than I have.
Work.
And vacation.
I have taken some vacation.
I
earn it, thank you. Not saying that you don't earn it.
17 years, almost 18 years at the same company. Bite me.
Wow.
I was going to say something, but yeah. Highest of mediocre.
Oh, yeah. I would tell you.
Shooting for.
I'm telling you right now, we got nothing in terms of planning. So if you got questions, we got answers.
We will attempt answers.
Oh, we'll give you an answer. I didn't say it was going to be the right answer.
Let's not overpromise.
We will give
here.
you an answer. So
we are great at undelivering.
You got questions, we got answers. Half a pot of coffee and 1 Red Bull is my limit. So I tell myself, do you drink any other like soda or pop or caffeinated anything?
I mean,
Ace?
It all depends on how big your pot of coffee is. If you're making 36 ounces of coffee every day, 40 ounces of coffee every day, half a pot, that's not all that much.
How many ounces is a large Tim Hortons coffee?
Probably 20 ounces.
Do you think it's 20 ounces?
Well, it's either 16 or 20. Yeah.
Oh, I bet you're right. I was thinking it was 12. Boy, my math is way off.
Yeah.
No soda. Okay.
Good for you.
Did I say nothing? Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, so it's been nothing, announced nothing during their press conference. It was like a hype event. It's vaporware. Nothing. They came out with a big old hand. Look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to crap in one hand and wish in the other. And when I mean wishing, I
haven't heard that phrase.
I know, right? I'm going to crap in one hand. I'm going to wish in the other. And the wish is going to be for nothing to come out with anything. And we'll see which one's going to get filled faster. I said what I said.
Jiminy Christmas. Yeah.
I see summer. I just ate canes with root beer. Do you eat that?
Absolutely.
Yes,
100%.
of course I do. 100%.
We're actually going to be eating canes on Sunday. We found that out today at a very small child's birthday party. So
small child's
going to
be
about that.
Canes, the root beer. There's a throwback.
We can
make a root. You can bring a root beer.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. We're gonna have.
I'll bring a big 40 ounce of root beer.
A 40 ounce of root beer. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Summer, we're going to have Cane's and root beer, and then I'm going to text you how I feel on Sunday. Dreaded pirate Maki.
Sure.
Won't lie, I'm already tired of hearing about nothing. Nothing is living up to their name. Look, wish in one hand and then actually show what nothing comes up with in the other. Which one's going to get filled faster?
We've been harping and somewhat hating on nothing ever since they announced the name of the company. So we're right there with you, Dread.
Yeah, it's something. So it's been a crazy 2 weeks, man. A lot of tech that we can't remember.
Yeah.
A lot of tech that we can't remember. But, I mean, it is what it is. We've kind of gone through a few things that we want to talk about today, and then we'll figure out what we're going to talk about the rest of the way. We're going to see what kind of pops up. A subscription-based service for Apple phones.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's a dynamite idea.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I mean,
it's like leasing your phone.
I think... I think it's a natural evolution of what we've, come to expect from these companies as consumers. I mean, when we first started getting cell phones and then first started getting smartphones, the only way to get the latest and greatest was either to pay in full or to sign a multi-year plan with a carrier. Then they started, letting you buy it on a payment plan, even if you didn't do the full carrier plan or things like that. So I like the idea, if the terms work out right. Now, you have to understand from a financial standpoint, they're not doing this with the intent for you to save money.
Oh, no, this is for them to get that money.
They're still going to make money on this.
You're getting that chin.
But I would be really interested to see how they set it up. Like, how long do you have to keep it? Could you lease a phone for 30, 60, 90 days to see if you really like it and then send it back? Or is it they're going to tie you into a 6-month lease or a 12-month lease or something like that?
That's a great question. I have pulled up an article looking for ways to acquire iPhones as part of a subscription-based service. The service could launch as soon as this year. How is this Apple subscription plan any different from the Pixel Pass? Which I think the Pixel Pass is not a bad idea. Like, I put out a video about it. That was a good idea too.
Yeah, we talked about it on one of the shows.
So I actually really, really think it's a cool idea. It locks you into the Apple ecosystem, which is exactly what they want. It's exactly what they want you to do. They want your data and locked into the ecosystem, and the ecosystem's cool. Have you seen the meme thing that's going around about people like triple picking up on their iPhone and then dropping it on their iPad?
I haven't seen the meme, but I just saw an article about it. So.
Holy crap. Yeah, it works. Like, I tested it and I was like, holy F, like, this is cool. Like, it's really, really cool. Like, I got to give a lot of credit to Apple. Like, first of all, I don't know why you're not talking about that more, because that is freaking cool.
It's probably because they didn't actually design it that way. It just happens to work.
They had to design it that way. They had to design it that way.
Ghost in the machine, man.
Yeah, Ghost in the machine.
Some little random bits of code got together. They had a good time. Some baby code popped out, and now you can magically pick stuff up from one device, not actually touch it to the other device, and it magically appears there.
Pixel PSS, you just got a notification that Technically Speaking is live. Wonder if it's worth a watch. No.
Absolutely not. 100%.
100% no. Nope. I mean, not at all.
Only if you truly have nothing better to do with your life.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be talking a lot about phones. We're going to talk probably about food. We already talked about food. We talked about Summer mentioned Cane's, and we went on a tangent. Cane's and root beer. So, Pixelated says, wasn't there a rumor that Google was going to announce last October a new phone, Google One, and a YouTube Premium for a single cost? I mean, that's it sounds a lot like the Pixel Pass.
Right.
Here's the twist, though. If you lease your iPhone, it's not technically yours, so throw the right to repair out of the window. I would care less about that, because I would just turn it on and you pay the installments and just get a new one. I'm not watching. I'm listening. Me too. Me too. Me too. I like the idea of like a Apple One subscription I don't use Apple Fitness. I'm sure that there are a lot of people that do. If you see my body type, there's really not a big shocker that I don't use Apple.
You said it because
Apple Fitness.
I was coming for it.
I actually do use Apple Music, ironically enough. I use Apple Music. I don't have Apple TV. I don't have Apple One, but we do have additional storage through Apple. But most of my stuff is in Google. Not really a big shocker there. I don't have the Pixel Pass.
No, I think when we talked about it on the show, it just didn't make sense for the way you and I consume all of Google's different products and things like that from a financial standpoint. Plus, I mean, we're already so deep into the ecosystem that it would be more hassle than it was worth. But you know, somebody who was just starting out, getting their first smartphone, or trying to transfer ecosystems or something like that, you know.
Do we know how much it's going to be?
The Apple thing or the Google thing?
Do we have a rumored price?
I don't know. Let me scan this article real quick.
I didn't see it in the article. I still like my own stuff too, Pixel. Malkinson, I saw your email about the laptop industry looking to lower prices to bolster sales. I casually looked at it today. I didn't get a chance. Today was one of those days where I was bebopping around from an airport and do a whole bunch of other things. So I did see that. I actually really like it when you email me because it gives me ideas for the show. You sent me quite a few emails over the last couple of weeks, which is absolutely cool. I love it because it gives me content ideas, but then I haven't had a show. So I'm literally the worst. I perused the article and I didn't come up with anything as it relates to a price.
No, the only prices that I saw, they were quoting, you know, they're trying to intuit something based on the current, you know, monthly payment models that they have for their current phones. But no, I didn't see any proposed price or anything.
We talk about this is totally off base. Man, what are we going to do with electric cars? What do we?
We don't have any.
We don't have any, but like we got to figure this out. We got to figure out the infrastructure that relates to electric cars. For the love of Christ.
I think.
And we got to get a little competition with Tesla too.
Yeah.
Not to take it away from Tesla, because I actually want a Tesla.
If Polestar or Rivian would just get out of their own way and actually make some cars available for people to buy and not just give them away to social media influencers trying to get clout.
Wow. Just straight calling them out.
Well, I'm not the only one doing it. I read an article yesterday that the only people who have an actual functional Polestar or Rivian are people with millions of social media followers.
That's how the world works.
I understand that, but the only way that they are going to rise up and challenge Tesla or any other EV maker is if they actually make enough products for regular people to get their hands on them.
Over under how many times we talk about the slap?
I wasn't planning on bringing it up at all.
I was just wondering. I'm all over the place right now. I'm barely hanging on.
We know.
I'm barely hanging on.
But no, I think you're right. I think for EVs to truly catch on in this country specifically, the charging infrastructure has to grow by orders of magnitude. I mean, that's really the only thing. And I hate paying full price for brand new stuff. The only reason I would not consider buying an EV right now is because you can't guarantee me that I will be able to make it to the next charging station between here and my parents' house. You know, they're just too far and few between, and the trip is already long enough. I don't necessarily want to sit for an hour at a charging station halfway there. So you give me an EV.
What if the EV drives you, though? Like Tesla. What if it drives you? What if you can be a little more passive? I don't know if you can ever truly be passive when you're in a car, by the way.
And that's the thing. I'm not sure I would trust it for that length of time with the varying conditions that you get over, you know, a 9-hour, 600-mile road trip. But if you were to give me an EV that could easily hit 650 miles on one charge, you know, highway speeds. I don't need the 0 to 60 in absurd seconds. I don't need a top speed of 120 miles an hour. You drive like a moron anyway. So,
sir, this is a Wendy's.
you're a great driver.
Thank you.
But you still drive like a moron.
I'm a great driver.
I need something that can extend out past 600 miles because, I mean, when my current vehicle, which is a hybrid, was brand new, I could easily get from my house to my parents' house, which is 612 miles away, on one tank of gas. I can't do it anymore. The car's 14 years old, but
time for you to get a new one.
I don't know. It's still holding strong.
Do you still have the battery still good?
It's on the second battery, but 14 years, yeah. But if you could give me an EV that gets 650, I'd buy it because I don't have to stop. I could literally go nonstop.
I would take that. 650? I would take 400 miles. I think they make a Tesla that can get you long range 400 miles. I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah, it's also $100,000.
I don't think it's that much.
Because it's the dual motor, long range.
I don't think it's that much. I don't think
it's
that much.
But I just so for me, I either want to be able to go in one charge or pull up and 20 minutes at a charger and have a full battery.
You ain't gonna get that in 20 minutes.
Well, not with today's charging technology.
Correct.
But I see that's the trade-off for me because I can make it to my parents' house in one stop with one 20-minute stop in which I use the restroom, buy snacks, fill up the car, and I'm back on the road. 20 minutes. So that's what's stopping me from going to a full EV because I love the idea because the vast majority of my driving is here in town. I usually don't put more than 25 miles on my car in any given day. I could easily own an in-town EV and just plug it in every night. You could too. Especially with your family's second car, because if y'all are going to take long trips, you got the car to do that. You could easily have a little 2-door, 4-seat in-town EV for running errands. But for the long distance haul trips, I gotta have better functionality for the entire system before I buy into it, before I put down that kind of money.
By the way, I know Malcontent says he's not a big fan of driving. He doesn't trust self-driving cars. I am 100% for self-driving cars.
Oh, I want it.
I want it so bad.
I don't trust it either right now.
So bad. Give me all the self-driving.
Because actually Tesla, since we're talking about them, they just lost a lawsuit. I think it was in California. The court is forcing them to buy a Tesla back from the purchaser because the marketing that was out there when he bought it claimed full self-driving before they were required to pull back that marketing. And he was able to demonstrate in court that it's nowhere close. So the court is forcing Tesla to basically refund his entire money on a 3-year-old car. So...
Yeah, I don't know. The infrastructure needs to be updated. Sorry, I had to get on a tangent there. That was one of the things that was getting to me. I had to talk about it.
So I mean, what's your? So that would be
my holdup?
Well, no. That would be my perfect use case. If I could have a car that could either do a full battery charge in 20 minutes, I'll even say 30 minutes. I'll do a lap around the parking lot and stretch my legs. Give me a full charge in 30 minutes or 650 miles of range. What is your perfect scenario for
the charge? The charge to me, the charge is the best. The charge time. Yeah. If you can give me I don't even want a full charge. If you can get me from 0 to 80 in 20 minutes, I'm fine. Give me the 0 to 80 in 20 minutes. Because the 20 minutes is completely fine for me. I can get up, stretch my legs, go to the restroom, buy a snack, check Twitter, check Instagram, check whatever. Like I can do whatever,
right,
and then be at the 80% that I need.
Yeah.
Give me that fast charge, 0 to 80 in 20 minutes. It's at 45 minutes right now, roughly. If I remember what I read,
right.
It's about 45 minutes to go 0 to 80, and then it's kind of like a trickle charge up all the way.
So if I could get 0 to 80 in 20 minutes, then I would only need a 350-mile range car, which is absolutely doable with today's technology.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And so for me, I would rather have the 0 to 80. Like I would just charge it up to 80% all the time just so I don't bork the battery.
Right.
Since Summer mentioned Cane's, now I'm hungry again. Dude, cuisine in New York City is so weird. I am such.
Yeah, but you said you didn't even get out to try anything.
For the work function, they bring in all that weird stuff.
Right.
Like a whole bunch of weird stuff. You're
not a weird stuff guy.
I'm a simple man.
Sushi is as weird as you get.
I'm a simple man. I'm a very simple person. Somebody's gonna cut that. That'll be fine. I just paused there so you could have a good clean cut. The idea is like, give me a burger and fries. I'm fine. Give me pizza. I'm good. Chicken sandwich, fantastic. Love the idea of that. And the food is delicious. Don't get me wrong. So what I'm about to describe to you tasted fantastic. I would just never order it. But when you're not given a choice and you're hungry
and you're not paying for it,
and I'm not paying for it,
there we go.
You're going to eat it. So I had short ribs. They were great.
Oh, yeah.
They were really, really good. I will never order that.
Beef short ribs?
Yeah. Never order it.
So even though they were really, really good.
They're really good. I would never order it.
You went to a restaurant.
I wouldn't order it.
With your darling wife.
Nope.
On one of your date nights downtown, going to the theater, and you saw short ribs on the menu.
I would never order it.
Why not?
Because I don't want it. Give me a burger and a fry.
But
that's a good sandwich. Give me a club sandwich. You know what? You know what really sounds great?
Club sandwiches for lunch.
You know what? You know what sounds great? A Reuben.
I mean, Reubens are amazing.
Fantastic.
Right.
I would take a Reuben before short ribs.
Really?
Yeah, and then there was like, you can either have a Reuben with pureed something or other. I'm not a baby. I don't want pureed anything. No.
You know mashed potatoes are pureed, right?
No, I get that.
Okay.
But this was not mashed potatoes.
It was probably like cauliflower or something.
I don't know. Whatever.
Pureed spring vegetables.
I don't know. It was pureed something that was orange.
I like Bradley's comment.
I want long ribs.
You want them baby back ribs from Rendezvous in
Memphis.
Do.
I love baby back ribs from Rendezvous in Memphis. I give me a Reuben, give me a sandwich, some fries, Diet Coke. Perfect. That's a great meal. That's a fantastic meal. That's a meal I would eat 10 times out of 10 for the rest of my life.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. But the other option was pureed cauliflower.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With sea bass.
Ooh, short ribs or sea bass? How was the sea bass prepared?
I don't know. It was cooked. It was cooked. It was prepared. It was cooked.
This is what I have to deal with, people.
It was cooked.
The man who wanted me to eat mayo spaghetti is trying to tell me how to be a foodie.
It was cooked. Well, you asked a question. How was it prepared?
Yes.
In an oven? I don't know how they cooked it. I don't know. I didn't order it.
Should have been on the menu.
It was definitely not on the menu.
Okay.
So it was cooked, probably in an oven, with some tender love and care. I don't know. And came out on a bed of like pureed cauliflower. It looked phenomenal. It looked great. No question about it.
It was
beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful.
Those are both, off-white color foods. They probably had to like blacken the sea bass or something, or
a little bit on the top.
Yeah.
I assume it was skin.
Could have been. Yeah.
Sure. Again, free, just a beautiful venue, everything. I'm not.
You're not that guy.
I'm not that guy. I'm a simple man. I'm a very simple man. And they had a weird salad too, like a weird salad. Now this is not the first time.
Weird sounding, weird spelled, weird
salad.
smelling. What?
It was
Was it a niçoise salad?
A what? A what? What's that? This is like a middle schooler doing a restaurant review.
The food looked great, it smelled great, but I didn't eat any of them because it wasn't
chicken fingers and wings. It wasn't chicken fingers and fries.
Chicken fingers and ketchup.
No, but it was. That's a good channel idea. That's a great channel idea.
Middle schooler reviews food.
Scott goes and reviews food. No, but like so, it was a tomato, like a big chunkin' tomato.
Okay.
With something else that was green that I wasn't sure what it was.
Probably basil.
No. It was another big chunk of something that was green.
Okay.
I got no idea what it was. And a big old thing of what I assumed was mozzarella cheese. Like a big old honking block of mozzarella cheese.
Yeah, it was probably fresh mozzarella.
It was delicious.
That's a caprese salad.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And it would have been basil because it's basil, mozzarella, tomato. It's the colors of the Italian flag.
I know what basil looks like. I'm not that big of an idiot.
Well, but
I'm a pretty big idiot.
Basil comes in different varieties, and some of them do grow quite large leaves. So
no, these were not leaves.
Okay,
these were not leaves.
Was it like a pesto puck or something?
I don't know. I don't. It was really, really good.
Your non-curiosity is absolutely killing me.
I am a simple man. They put food in front of me. I am hungry. I'm going to eat it.
Spoiler alert, he didn't.
I did eat it. I ate the whole thing.
The short ribs.
I ate the short ribs too, but I ate the salad.
Oh, you ate the salad.
I ate the salad.
So what did the green thing taste like?
Like a tomato.
Well, maybe it was a green tomato for the green, the fresh or buffalo mozzarella.
Sure.
And then the red tomato.
I have no idea. It was good.
Okay.
I wouldn't have ordered it though. Like that's what my point is like I would not have ordered that. Like I would have got a house salad with honey mustard. Like I would have eaten that.
Yeah.
Throw a little croutons on there, a little bit of bacon. We'll call it a day. That to me, great salad.
Yeah.
They called it a salad. There's no leaves. And that's what it constitutes a salad for me. You gave me a plate of cheese and fruit. That's what you gave me. You gave me fruit and cheese platter. I ate it and it was delicious.
A charcuterie board.
And I ate it and I didn't care. And it was, again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like being
a Neanderthal.
Oh no, I'm definitely a Neanderthal. Like I wasn't appreciative of it. No, it was absolutely, the venue was gorgeous. The food was amazing. I'm just a very simple person. I wouldn't have ordered that. Mostly because I'm a simple person.
That's fair.
Just the way that I am. But the sea bass threw me off though. They're like, do you want sea bass or short ribs? I was like, I like beef. I'll take the beef. So I had the short ribs.
Have you ever heard the story behind sea bass?
No.
So, tangent. Sea bass is a completely invented term. It's so generic it actually doesn't do anything. It can be applied to almost any type of different fish that you want it to. But most often what is marketed as sea bass, especially here in the States, because of, let's just say, food people like you.
Food people like me.
The actual name of what is most often served as sea bass here in the States is Patagonian toothfish. That is its actual name. Jesus. But nobody here in the States will eat it if they see something on the menu that says Patagonian toothfish or Patagonian rockfish. So some marketing agency, probably in New York, came up with the idea, let's slap bass on it because Americans like bass.
You're not wrong. You ain't wrong, baby. You ain't wrong at all. That's good marketing. No, and especially when you're in New York, like for me, Bradley mentions, did you have any pizza? I did not. I didn't get a chance to get out and have any New York style pizza, which outside of Detroit style pizza, definitely my favorite style pizza. Like when I'm in New York City and I'm there for any long period of time where I can actually kind of get out, pizza is breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me. That's what I eat. It is New York style pizza. I go to any pizzeria that I see when I'm walking either in Manhattan or any of the boroughs. And that's what I'm having. Because I'm a simple person.
There's nothing wrong with pizza. Pizza is easily in my top 5 foods that I would
100%.
I would abstain from everything else on the planet and eat nothing but those top 5 foods for the rest of my life. So
Joker Tech says, sounds like Scott's Waffle House is gourmet. I am a simple person. I can go to TGI Fridays and be just fine.
Are there even any TGI Fridays left?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming there are.
Applebee's on date night.
I would have Applebee's too. Nothing wrong with their wings. I'm not a wings person, like boneless wings. That's the other thing. I don't eat chicken wings. I'm going to get crucified in the comments for that. I'm going to get absolutely blistered in the comments for that. I don't eat chicken wings unless they're boneless. I just don't.
It's just upgraded chicken fingers from being a kid.
It's just
they're already pre-doused in sauce.
It's too much work.
Scott wants the massive amount of food, just
the minimum amount of amount of effort, maximum amount of food
as quickly as possible, so that he can get back on social media.
Exactly. That's how is Cracker Barrel still in business?
Absolutely.
Yes, they absolutely are.
My parents who are watching are keeping Cracker Barrel in business on their mini road trips across the country. But every once in a while, I do find myself in a Cracker Barrel, and they still make very, very decent food.
True story.
Especially breakfast food.
True story. We were in a Cracker Barrel in Kentucky about 2 weeks ago. So it has been 2 weeks since I had Cracker Barrel. Food was fine. I had the fish and chips.
Nice.
See? I'm branching out. Deep fried fish, deep fried fries. I was fine with that. I am a simple person.
And a Diet Coke.
Did have a Diet Coke. Did have a Diet Coke. Don't judge me. You ain't better than me. You ain't better than me. You ain't better than me. Don't judge me.
I haven't judged you since about
all
5
you
minutes
do is
after
judge
I met
me.
you.
All you do is judge me.
No.
All you do. So let's random thought.
Okay.
I saw the Pixel 6a is rumored to come out in July.
Yep.
First of all, I'm not buying that. I feel like that's really, really late. We were talking before the show started. I think July is too late.
Why?
When did the 5A come out?
I don't know.
Well, that was pandemic though.
Probably.
I feel like the 4A came out. The 4A came out in like May, right around Google I/O. The 5A came out in like August because of the pandemic.
So the 4A came out August 20th of 2020.
The 4A?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 4A was caught by the pandemic.
Yeah. So let's go back to the 3A.
Man, my whole argument is completely shot at this point.
3A was May of 19.
May of 19.
So the 4A was August of 20. The 5A was 26 August 21. So
okay, so July is actually not bad.
Yeah, sweet spot.
I still think July's too late.
I think July's fine, just because I hope Scott's wrong.
Wow.
And it gives them an entire half of a year, as we were discussing before the show.
Juan says the only thing is too late because he already has a 7A on his desk. I don't. It's the 8A. Thank you.
But no, I mean, we're just now somehow only barely at the end of Q1 of this.
I swear to God,
awful year.
This week, 37 days.
It's Wednesday, folks.
It is Wednesday.
We have
Monday was 34 days ago.
2 more work days this week.
Good God. I mean, the longest week.
But so we're at the end of Q1. That gives them the entirety of Q2 then this will be our next topic. So we're going to put a pin in this to stop screwing stuff up this year. Get the 6A.
Are you being
out
critical of Google right now?
a little bit.
Okay.
Of their software, not their hardware, but their software.
Okay. I can't wait to see where you're going with that.
Get the 6A out right at the beginning of Q3, and then maybe launch the 7 beginning of Q4, middle of Q4, just in time for the holiday season. And then hopefully the watch that Scott is rocking on his ankle right now, so you can't see it on camera.
Let's be real. I can tell you that's a lie. And let me tell you why that's a lie. I have big old ankles, and a watch ain't fitting around a big old ankle. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And you know, with a piece of fishing line.
That thing is screaming, barely hanging on. If that's the case, barely. And so we know that's a lie because if y'all know me, y'all know I have mega huge calves and really big ankles.
Well, and surgically repaired pork ankles. So,
it's true. Both have been surgically repaired. I have pig tendons in both of my ankles. True story. True story. So
why
we
he
know
likes the pork.
We know that there is going to be no watches fitting around any part of my leg at all.
All right. You brought up 6A. What do you want to talk about it?
Expectations. So if July is what it is, okay.
Right.
I think it's a little bit too late. I was really hoping for a May release. Whatever. I think John Prosser said July 28th, I think is what he said, actually. But that's not the point. The point is expectations.
Okay.
So what do you want to see out of the 6A? Because you have a 5A.
Right.
And you love your 5A.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, expectations-wise, what are you wanting to see out of a 6A? I kind of have my list of what I'd like to see. But I'm interested to know, like, for you, what are you looking to see from a Pixel 6A that you don't already have on your 5A?
Well, I would probably say, one extra lens. So get to that third lens so you have a little bit more capability with the camera.
Okay.
Even if it's not the flagship lens that is in the 6 or will be in the 7. And then just keep doing what they've been doing with the A series. Give it to me in that, appropriate form factor that isn't an XL version. Give it to me at a price point that makes it competitive with everybody else's, mid-tier device, but don't make it feel like a mid-tier device, which they have done really well over the last couple of years.
So allegedly the tensor chip would be in the 6A. So it shouldn't feel, it should feel, what I'm going to guess, like a Pixel 6 or a Pixel 6 Pro.
Right.
It should feel like that. So what's, from a differentiation perspective, I think you got to look at, like, what are they going to do from a price point perspective? Because the A has typically been the affordable line out of the Pixel line with the lineup. How much was I think I'm going to try to remember this off the top of my head. I think it was $350 for the 4A.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
Oh, sorry. I think it was $350 for the 4A, $399 for the 5A. Maybe. I'm gonna take a wild guess out of that. Like, I want to say like $350, $399. I'm guessing.
4A was $349.
Okay,
so $350.
$350. And I want to say $399. $399 for the 5A. It's sticking out in my brain.
$499.
$499. So it's still sub $500.
Yes.
Okay.
$449. I'm sorry. $449.
Okay, so $449. So it was $100 more.
Right.
What's the price point on the 6A? You had to take a wild guess.
So where I thought you were going for the last 20 seconds was, will they beat the iPhone mid-tier, the SE 2022 model? Again, done.
Let's pin that. We'll come back to that.
Well, I'm going to answer your question by going here. So
Got it.
They launched it at $429.
The SE?
The SE.
Okay.
I think. I mean, that's what it's selling for right now on Apple. Unlocked, $429. Free shipping. So
is the SE really who the target? Like, is that who they should be targeting?
Well, I think that's what everybody in the media is going to compare the 6A to.
Oh, the 6A is going to crush the SE.
I know, but the SE is their non-flagship model.
Why wouldn't you just compare it against an iPhone 13?
Anyway, you asked for my opinion.
Okay, sorry. My bad. Hey, your opinion blows. Like, let me just tell you that right now. It's wrong. But no, my bad. Go ahead.
So I think if they can put the tensor chip in there, that would allow them, so let's do it this way. The tensor chip and 3 cameras, 3 lenses, that would allow them to not beat the SE price point, but they could market it. Everything inside this camera is better than everything inside this phone is better than everything inside the SE, this year's SE. So I could see a $459 or even a $499 with the tensor chip and a third lens and everything else that Google does so well with their A line.
With the exception of the chip, because Apple put in their big old, what do they got, the A15 in the SE. With the exception of that, the tensor chip, because the tensor chip just is not, it's just not generations old enough. Like Apple's had years to iterate on this. So they do have the ability to be a little better, I guess is the best way to describe it in that space. You're right. It's going to have better internals when it's compared to the SE. I think coming in somewhere between 450 and 500 is going to be that super sweet spot, because if you don't, you're going to be competing with yourself with the Pixel 6.
Right.
And the Pixel 6 comes in at $600.
Currently?
Yeah, is it $600?
Hang on.
I'm pretty sure it's $600. While you're looking that up.
Yes, from the Google Store, 128 Stormy Black, 600.
Malcontent says, I thought that the first gen tensor plus the P5 regular lens and the P6 wide angle. That's what I'm hearing as well. So it's going to have the tensor chip, the wide or the regular, I don't know if you call it tele, I guess the tele lens of the P5, and then the P6 wide, no zoom. I'm seeing dual lenses, and Malcontent follows it up with it'll have the same dual structure as the P6 from a lens perspective. That's what I'm anticipating.
Okay.
From that perspective, I'm not seeing a triple camera lens, but if you can give me the tensor chip, one of the lenses from the P6, and some price point somewhere between 450 and 500, because I think it's 600 for the Pixel 6, correct?
Yes, 600 for the Pixel 6.
So $599.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go past that. If you could somehow magically come in at $399, and I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you would do it, but if you could, and you come in at $399, so you'd have $399, $599, $799. I think the $799 is what the Pixel 6 Pro is going for.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
If you could do $399, $599, $799.
It's $899.
Damn it! $399, $599, $899. That would be baller.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get $399.
I don't think they will either.
I think that would be really cool if you could figure out a way to get $399. You do me. You do me. Aggressive.
There's another one for Trent.
Yeah. I also think it's only going to be 60 hertz. I don't think it's going to be 90 hertz. I agree with that too. At least that's what all the rumors tell you. But then again, who knows? I wish it was coming out in May. Oh, excuse me. I think it's going to be July, like John Prosser said. John's got a pretty good track record when it comes to that stuff, so I kind of take what he says at face value at this point. It's going to be super, super interesting. You won't get the GN1 sensor for sure on the 6A. Yeah, probably not. It'd be really cool if you could. Really don't think it's going to happen, because especially if you're going to try to get it at that $399 price point.
Yeah,
I'm throwing it out into the universe right now. $399, $399, $399. And that's the worry that I have pixelated is the 6A at 500, the P6 would be a better option as you get it for $100. Agreed. That's why I think they've got to be very careful about how they price the 6A from that perspective.
Yeah.
I also think it has to, from a form factor perspective. I mean, I rock the Pixel 6 Pro, and it's got those curved edges. The Pixel. What?
The camera thing on the back.
Well, I mean, so does the 6 though.
Right.
The visor.
Yeah.
From that perspective, I think you have to go with a flat panel and not a curved edge display. It saves on cost as well.
And probably saves on manufacturing a little bit too.
So I think you just got to be.
I think they could probably do $499, maybe $449. I just don't.
Man, if they get that $399,
if they could, it would be baller.
How much is the 5A right now?
I thought I looked that up already. Do you not remember?
The 5A? You told me how much the 5A cost when it came out.
Oh.
How much is it right now? Can you even buy 5A right now?
I don't know. Let me go to the store. Keep talking.
I think you're going to see a lot of the same. I think you're going to see some internals from the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 5.
The 5A 5G is $449 right now.
$449.
So if they just stick at that price point for a brand new phone,
what is the differentiator between the 6A and the 6? That'll be my biggest question. I don't know the answer to that, obviously.
Maybe they revert to this form factor on the 6A instead of the visor, and maybe that's where
not with all the rumors that are out there, like the coloring book rumor where it came out.
Right.
I don't think they would do that. I think it'll look like a. No, I think it'll look like the 6 and the 6 Pro.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'd like to see it at $399. Love $429 would be really good too.
Yeah.
If you get that, you touch that $500. What's the difference between it and the 6? That's where you start asking the questions: is what am I getting on the Pixel 6 that I'm not getting in the 6A?
Right.
What exactly am I getting? Am I getting better battery life? Because remember, you're probably like battery life champ. Your 5A probably gets phenomenal battery life.
Oh, I can still do a solid 24 hours if I'm careful.
Yeah.
But easily
a work day.
Oh, I can hammer down on social media and YouTube throughout the day, on my workout, podcast, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm crawling in bed after 16 hours and I'm at 30% battery.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could make it to the next day without plugging it in overnight. I'm just too lazy. I just plug it in when I go to sleep. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I can easily, if I'm careful or if I'm like really busy, like right now, I've barely been on my phone all day, took it off the charger this morning. I'm just now at 9:18 at night. I took it off the charger 6:15? So 13 hours ago? No, 15 hours ago. I'm at 40%.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
I mean, 15 hours of up time, I'm at 40%. So yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay. So that's, I mean, I'm going to put it out there.
He wants all the things for
all the things. I want all the things for $399.
And a watch to go on his ankles.
To go on my cankles.
Big old rubber strap.
I knew that Juan was, I'm glad you're still here. From 6 to 6A, major downgrade, probably the camera sensor. Then you could trim some battery, use lower bin tensors that aren't good enough for the 6. Now, that's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be lower bend the tensor chips specifically. I think you're going to see that in the 6A. Let me put that comment back up. Specifically, the downgrade in the camera sensor, which should save some cash. Does the 6 come with wireless charging? Does yours come with wireless charging?
I think so.
Your 5A?
I don't know. You got a wireless charger on your desk?
Yeah, give it. I don't think it does.
I don't have a wireless charger, so I've
no,
been
it
trying.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. I didn't think so. So
Does
you
your
can
Pro have it?
Oh yeah. So save some cash, like Juan was saying. Lower bin tensor chips. Downgrade the cameras. Wireless charging. Flat panel display. We're getting into that $399 price point. We're getting it. Look, I'm telling you. 6 gigs of RAM. So if the 6 has wireless charging, you could remove the wireless charging, save a little coin, slightly downgrade the tensor chips a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I like where we're going with this because, I mean, it's at $500 right now.
Right.
500? 600?
Which one?
The 6. $499 or $599?
The 6
The Pixel 6.
$599.
$599. Okay, so we've shaved at least $150 off that. We're at $450.
Right.
We're $450 right now.
for $449, $429. I'd love to see him at $428, just $1 cheaper than the SE, just to poke Tim. But
there you go, another one. Joker Tech mentioned IP rating. Is it IP rated? If it's not, you can save a little couple coin there.
Yeah, it'll be something IP rated, but
maybe not. Will it have a headphone jack? Your 5A has a headphone jack.
It does. I don't think that's important.
I'm trying to figure out where we can start to. Where are we saving some coin here? What are my trade-offs here?
Is it cheaper to have a headphone jack or not have a headphone jack?
I truly don't know. I think we can come in at $429. Like, I really feel like we just took some stuff away. I feel like we could do it.
Well, if
Google, if you're listening, which you're totally not
watching on your platform that you're paying us to broadcast on, very little, by the way. Try to bring that up.
That's what I'm saying. Throw me a couple more shillings.
Couple more dollars, please.
Couple more shillings.
He needs another vacation.
The one I was on this week was not a vacation.
I wasn't talking about this one.
All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And the comments are saying,
and we also need 2 of the 6As to test. Thanks.
Yeah, we're gonna
other than the one that Scott already has.
And I don't have it.
So 2 brand new ones. Thanks. He's dropped that one a couple of times.
Juan says, unfortunately, I bet we lose the headphone jack, and we use a lower quality backplate material than the 5A.
Put a case on it. I couldn't even tell you what the backplate of my 5A looks like because I've had a case on it.
Pixelated says no Gorilla Glass on the back, replaced with the bio resin. Could save some money too. Ooh, good point on that.
Pixelated said that up again as well. The bio finish of the Pixel 5, the bio resin. So yeah, again, I don't care what the back of my phone looks like. I care what the screen looks like, and I care what the camera does. So,
But to Juan's point though, like lower quality backplate material than the 5A, which means you save some coin,
right?
We're getting that close to that $399 price point. I'm telling you, man. I'm
$428. $428.
Oh man, if we could come into that $420, $419, $419.99. All I'm saying. I think we could do it. I think we can get there.
I mean, we just told them how.
Yeah, we just told them how to do it. Just listen to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Those things are probably so far in the manufacturing process. We're like, these 2 jack wagons we're talking about, and we're like, we've done planning this thing for 18 months.
Yeah, they've already got the splash screen for the Google Store ready to go for the 6A.
Oh, I'm sure they're already way ahead of us.
And you got somebody in the background, son of a bitch. These guys, these guys just guessed the price. Now we have to change it.
Change the price.
Somebody brew another pot of coffee.
They guessed it again. Let's keep them on. Like, I think I would like to see it between $399 and $429.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. And they surprise us with the prices as it relates to the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. They surprised us on the prices. They came in.
They kept the top of the line model under $1,000. I mean,
and we thought for sure that because they basically said be prepared to pay a little bit more, and then they came in in my opinion, under the expectations. Because I was expecting $1,000, $1,100. That's what I was expecting, and it didn't happen.
Right.
So maybe we can hit that illustrious $399. Undercut it.
We'll see what happens.
But I still think you're going to have to push. Now, how are they going to market it? Are they going to go full blitz like they did in the fall with the 6 and the 6 Pro? Are they going to offer free phones, trade-ins? They're going to have to do all of those things. All of the things. They're going to have to. So I think you have to get aggressive with that. I think if you're going to treat it a lot like what Apple does with the SE line and you're just trying to get them into the ecosystem, basically give them away effectively, figure out how to do that, get them into the ecosystem. The ecosystem is becoming great. Not that it wasn't great before, but it's actually quite strong. I don't know if you're going to shake it out of the Apple ecosystem, but that's not the point.
No, and we've covered that topic multiple times on this show, and in your videos as well. That
speaking of
flagship phone is not going to pull anybody out of the ecosystem that they're currently in. What you're going to do with flagships is get somebody who's looking for something new, but more so the A line could pull somebody out of their ecosystem if they're not fully invested in it because of the entry-level price point. So
perhaps a set of bonus Pixel Bud A's. Interesting. They'll get rid of all the things they had to license, latest Bluetooth, IP rating, Gorilla Glass, etc. I don't know. The Gorilla Glass, I don't know. The IP rating I could see. The latest Bluetooth, I don't know about that one either.
So the other thing that we haven't talked about, and I know we've only got about 3 minutes left, in relation to all of this, not only the release date, but could they be constrained by supply chain issues on how they actually build and put the device together, or more likely, how many they are able to produce at any given time?
I think that, the supply constraints is hitting everybody. Yeah. So, see you later, Ace. Appreciate you coming in, my friend.
What is for dinner?
Yeah, what is for dinner? I'm still hungry. It's time for dinner. What are you sending us?
DoorDash.
I think we would be naive to think that there's not some sort of capacity or resource constraints. It just depends on what it is. So I would say yes. You just yawned, and now I'm going to yawn. It's coming. You look like you did, and now I'm yawning because here it comes. Here it comes.
You're just weak-willed.
Yes. Also, 3:45 in the morning. You big a-hole.
I was awake by 6:45, so.
I was on a plane at that point.
I'm aware.
Short ribs.
Long ribs.
Nice. Long ribs. Medium ribs.
Medium ribs.
Medium ribs. That's
medium.
That's medium ribs. It's medium ribs. I think, yeah, they're going to be impacted by it, which could explain why July is exactly why they're doing it.
Yeah, maybe they're waiting on supplies or something.
Because I think it kind of went back and forth. Like they had mentioned, like Prosser had mentioned something about potentially dropping the watch and the 6A during Google I/O, which is May. But it looks like they're not going to be able to do that. And is that because of supply chain? And it could be. It could very well be. Anywho. I can't wait to get a Pixel Watch to match my Apple Watch. I am freaking stoked about the Pixel Watch. I have been following all of the rumors as it relates to the Pixel Watch. When are we going to get it? When is it coming? Do I think it's going to be I/O? No. No, I do not. I don't think they're going to talk about the watch at all. I think you're going to see literally nothing on the watch. And I think you'll see the watch, in my personal opinion, come out in the fall with the Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro, if it's still called the 7 Pro. I think it'll be in the fall. We will see a Pixel Watch. That's what I think. And I'm going to be like one of the first ones in line to get the Pixel Watch. I'm ready. Take my money. Take all my monies, Google. I want the Pixel Watch.
All the monies.
All of the monies. Cannot wait to see what the Pixel Watch looks like. Cannot wait. Stats, where can they find you?
Helix Island and Country Smith.
Still, are you on Instagram?
Oh, yeah. Every day. It's ridiculous.
Time suck.
Yeah.
Massive time suck.
Pretty much.
Twitter was a gas on Sunday for
all the things.
All the things related to.
I woke up to all the things Monday morning because I went to bed very early Sunday night.
I was on Twitter and the slappening.
The slappening.
It kind of splashed on the screen and I was like, what happened? Oh my God. And I couldn't put my phone down because Twitter was just ablaze. Are you watching this? Getting feeds from other countries where we're watching it because certain things happen and they cut away in the U.S. And I'm watching this all go down, and it is a train wreck that I cannot look away from. And I'm assuming, because I was traveling on Monday, I am assuming your Monday was a little bit consumed by you catching up.
Oh yeah,
from what happened on Sunday night.
My normal routine when I wake up in the morning is snooze my phone 3 or 4 times, and then check all the social media. I didn't make it past the first Twitter notification, and I was immediately down the rabbit hole. And that was my 30 minutes of lying in bed playing on my phone, was just looking at that story Monday morning.
Unbelievable. We're not going to get into the specifics. It's been beat to death. It's been slapped
down.
It's been slapped. The idea is, it's just like Twitter is a dumpster fire.
I would have loved to have seen.
It was amazing live.
Well, no. I'm sure I would have loved to have seen the bandwidth usage from the room for the 60 seconds before the slap to the 60 seconds after the slap. It probably tripled, probably blew out all their Wi-Fi.
So there was a comedian, I think it was Kev on stage, was there, and he said you could hear a pin drop in the room.
Well, yeah.
When everything went down, you could hear a pin drop. And I was like, somebody needs to be live tweeting this. Like, I would be like, oh, you're not going to believe what just happened. This is crazy. Like, maybe they can't do that. Maybe there's some sort of like rule at that award show that you can't do that. I don't know. But Twitter was just ablaze. I can't believe that app is free. I cannot believe that app is free. Free-ish. You can pay for Twitter Blue.
Well, I was going to say they're getting our data for free.
Oh, yeah. They're getting theirs. But, like, some of the takes that I was reading were just so off the wall and hysterical. I'm like, these people are in the world. Like this is happening just so wild. It was in the some of the takes and some of the things that were happening, and you're like, people going, you're not gonna believe this. Look what's going on, and like getting latest news and updates, and like, is this a bit? Is this not a bit? Like, I don't know. Maybe like real deep level stuff, and it just goes and goes and goes, and there's just so much to choose from. And I can't believe the app is free. Cannot believe it is free. Anyway, sorry, tangentially related to nothing, because Pixel Pia said, go to bed, Peachy, great show of nothing. Thank you. We appreciate it. You can find me at Scott Peachy on Twitter, at the Scott Peachy on Instagram. I'm mostly on Twitter, not so much on Instagram. Although I gotta start stepping up my game, man. I'm not posting much on any of my socials. Like, I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. Just been busy, and quite honestly, just no desire.
It's all right. Something will come up.
Just haven't had the gusto, the to make videos. I'm actually really getting back into golf.
It is that time.
I got a putting mat right out there, and it's just been putting. So it's been great. Anywho, all right, y'all. We'll see you next week. We will be back. Are you on vacation next week?
No.
Okay, we'll be back next week. Be good at it, and we will catch you on the flip side. Woohoo!
See ya.